Stop if you live in Johannesburg. Do not take another sip of your tap water until you watch this. A major health warning has just been issued for the CBD and surrounding areas. Residents are reporting a strong, unusual smell coming from their taps, and the authorities are scrambling for the answers. Is the water contaminated? Is it safe to wash your hands or bath? Johannesburg Water is investigating, but experts are already sounding the alarm. Stay right there. We are breaking down the exact area affected and the critical advice from WaterCAN that could protect your family's health today. Here is what you need to do right now.
Series of our own tests. That was through our water testing campaign that we ran earlier, not just a couple of months ago, and we released the findings of that report in the beginning part of December. And what we found in that report was, generally speaking, we've got a water crisis in our rivers, dams, and several taps. So we found a bacterial load very high across these spectrums, and this really impacts health, and this impacts confidence in the water system. So this latest event, I think it's really happened in the areas that include Albertina Sisulu Road and the surrounding streets, namely the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th Avenues, as well as 10th Street. You know, this latest thing, I think, just goes to the fact point that we do have a crisis in provision of potable water. What is positive about this is that Johannesburg Water did launch precautionary water tests. They've done what we would have asked immediately if one of our members had found it. They've also tried to isolate where the fault is, and they've issued a notice. This is a thing that we at WaterCAN often do. If we find water that is problematic, we immediately request municipalities or the Water Service Authority to issue those notices. But once again, as said earlier, this really highlights the crisis that we are facing, not just in Johannesburg, by the way, countrywide, with the provision of clean, potable water. What to do is issue boil notices. So boil the water. That's the quickest, surest way to get rid of any kind of bacteria that may be sitting in there. That is the immediate thing for anyone to do. And just rely on the sensors. The sensors are probably our greatest weapon that we have. If it smells funny, if it looks funny, it probably is funny. And just rely on your own common sense before drinking any water that you've given. And of course, as I said earlier, just boil it, make sure it's clean. Just keep that water as clean as possible, and try to find alternative sources until you get notified that your regular source through your tap is back to normal.